catch people on the pre-jump. Going to put that one behind you because guess what? The only place you're not going to be is the place that you just jumped from. So, what each? Team Liquid looking very solid right now and had the better of the ball throughout the majority of that game. Need more of it, and I think it's this player that was on the ball just a moment ago that I'm looking towards the most, because in game one, Oski did not look comfortable. In game two, as soon as he settled down, we got the best of Team Liquid.
Yeah, they look like they've all settled into this one now. The awkward positions that they were finding themselves in defensively in game one did not come back to haunt them in the second game. That's what it's about for Team Liquid. They know that they've got what it takes mechanically. They know that they've got the talent. It's all about consistency. Look at this Ratto. Give these guys a little bit of time on the ball, and you're going to be in a lot of trouble. Itachi actually tried to pick up the back corner boost there as it spawned. He missed it by about half a second, so very close to having 100 boost to defend with there. But only having, I think, 7 in the tank was not enough to stop Atto's charge.
Oh, this might be another one or two on the challenge. Vatira too strong. Good challenge again, Vatira against Oski. Team Liquid have had themselves a couple of 2v1s when they break away from their own side of the field. Not something you typically expect to see. Itachi sticking around, has got the setup for Vatira. Probably going to want to dip that one back down to Exotic. Still, Team Liquid riding the momentum at the moment. Defensively, once they've got everyone back, they haven't really seen any trouble. Vatira gets the challenge. You're always worried where that one's going to bounce.
If I'm not mistaken, are we following last event's script exactly? Last event's grand final script, I believe, going into game 4, Team Liquid did in fact lead 2-1, so they're on track for that. And that was when we saw the Karmine Corp 8-1 win or something silly. Oh, it's a great pass. It's somehow saved well. Karmine Corp don't have any momentum for the follow-up. Team Liquid don't look comfortable. Vatira dunks it through the last defender. He needed a bit of help there. There was just none anywhere that he could see. Oski wanted to force it into the corner. Vatira says no.
We've got to talk, though, about the game IQ from Vatira, because that is so tempting just to hit it first time. And you see him instead reverse back and give himself some breathing room to begin that air dribble. You can only do that if you're absolutely certain about not only the state of your positioning, but the state of the opponent's positioning. Now off the backboard, is this for the lead? Vatira has the stats, but why not? He was the one that set it all up.
Yeah, he probably feels like he deserves this one. Dusts the last defender, set up Exotic, and he says, you know what? I'm going to take this one for myself. Puts it into the goal line. So they're not trying to run back last event's script. If you missed it, Karmine Corp won the first game, Team Liquid won 2. Karmine Corp called a timeout, won the next game 8-1, and then Team Liquid are massively criticized for not calling a timeout before match point, something that's been a recurring theme of the past few weeks. I'm extremely interested to see if one of the teams will call a timeout after losing game 3. It looks like that might be up to Liquid to decide the way things are going.
Yeah, as good as the offensive pressure they had coming into this game was, and to start this game, they've not seen it for a while now. Chronic looking to try and change that. Goes for a keeper and looks to try and get a second one. Vatira realizes he has to move quickly. Vatira has been steadfast. Every time he's on the ball, he's at least getting 1 for 1. Exotic gets past the Chronic. Here comes the blue wall. Vatira the pop-up. Itachi has to take it. He's on 0 boost. Doesn't really want to pull himself out of the play. Probably a good decision, but that bounce is so awkward, and they reacted too late.
A very awkward position for Itachi, who's got 0 boost, for Exotic, who's got 12 boost. He's trying to get out of the way of Vatira. He doesn't know where he is. And in all that chaos, Vatira gets beaten to the ball by Chronic, who is right on top of that bounce. He read it very well. 2-2. Itachi's having one of those games, Shogun, where he can't find boost anywhere he goes. The boost is just gone. It happens to even the best players in the world, so I'm sure that's something that all of our Rocket League players in the
who are watching today, they know. Our 43.
Well, I mean, when we 4v3'd, Stumpy was taking all the boost, so that's why we didn't have any, but
yes.
It happens to pros as well. Sometimes you just have games where the boost doesn't line up with where you need to be on the field. And yeah, every time I switch to Itachi, seems like he's struggling to find boosted defense.
Here is Itachi, 100 to his name. Let's see what he can do with it. Not too much. Oski, happy to meet him to the ball. a lot of individual plays being used to try and get out. Not as many passing plays, quite as direct. Toe is actually waiting downfield, forces that pressure, gives some space now to Team Liquid. Can they find the angle? Always going to be difficult. Oski running out of boost as he made contact. And Itachi, I don't know how on earth they've come that. I don't know how they've even got it that close, but still, Corp can catch you at any moment.
And notice how many times they're just trying to 50-50 the ball favorably. It's something Corp are relying on a lot more than Team Liquid. Team Liquid looking to get clean out plays. That's usually their preference and always has been. Corp quite happy to just 50-50 the ball towards teammates. Vatira has covered this one well, and Exotic gets a free goal. I mean, where do you clear this when Vatira's coming at you? It's Chronic who's been tasked with that job. I think he maybe just didn't go early enough. He left it so late. Vatira had a freebie.
I'm given the position of it. They just couldn't figure out whose that was supposed to be. I think a Chronic might have thought that was a Toes thought it was a Chronic. Ends up, it was neither of them. It was KC's. Now a Chronic, low challenge from him. It's going to be a difficult game to play against KC. Oh, good challenge window. Who's first to it? There's bumps all over the place. Chronic plays the ball to the corner. 30 seconds on the clock. Shot is as far as Vatira. Far side, Itachi will take control of the ball. That's so much time off the clock that Team Liquid would like to see back.
And it's been a bit of a slower game by both teams. I think that does favor Karmine Corp, who have got the ability to play well, no matter what the pace of the game is. Team Liquid, they want to get this ball moving as quickly as possible. But in the other direction, this is not ideal, and in fact, it does bounce into the ground for 2-1. So it begs the question, do they call a timeout? They were heavily criticized for waiting until they were on match point in their last grand final against Karmine Corp before they did exactly that. Now, Karmine Corp lead 2-1.